Tom Highway, hosted by Tom Mastercard. I am your commentator for today. Here at this course, our previous plan was Defy, Ranger, and Angus. As we start off with the first group, we have some pretty familiar competitors. Our host Tom, Maple, Dino, Steven, Troy, Baby Mario, and Craziest. 5 club qualifiers for this group, and we're off. These Mario is getting pretty competitive here. And Steven starts in the lead. We have CC in second, then it's Tom, then Dino, followed by Maple, Baby Mario, and Detroit in the bottom 3. Mario's getting pretty tough out here to start things off. A noticeable loop. You start off bad, you're going to be in a pretty good trouble. Now it's looking like it. Dino is currently put out to the last spot, while Baby Mario and Detroit are fighting for not last. There's 2 noticeable loops. That's maybe a pretty good course so far. A pretty unique one, I should say, instead. How things are looking, Steven is going out to the lead, followed by Tom in second. Then it's Craziest and Dino for the last two qualifying spots. Steven is looking to expand their lead, which they are. A pretty tight battle for the last few spots, but as for now, Steven is holding on to their momentum, and if things go out this way, they should have a pretty good shot heading into the race itself. It's going to be a pretty tough one for Detroit and Baby Mario to come back, given that they're pretty much nowhere near catching up. And speaking of Baby Mario, they are one step closer to being lapped, if anything. As we start their third lap, well, Baby Mario starts their second lap. As we start the third lap, that does seem like an icy funnel right there, but we'll always have to find out if it's truly icy. But for now, Steven in the lead. An excellent momentum by that marble. Baby Mario, they have been lapped, in fact. It's going to be hard for them to catch up. The competition is pretty close. Dino overtakes CCE for third. Meaning it's going to be a battle between CC and Maple for fourth. Detroit, they need a miracle if they want to catch up and qualify. That's how things are looking for now. Steven's still in the lead. The top 4 has been mostly the same for this entire race out of these 3 laps. As we start the 4th lap, and Baby Mario is in pretty much one heck of a race themselves. From a former leader, they're not doing too well in this race. As for Steven, they are using all of their energy in this qualifiers group, and it's paying off pretty well. The more the laps go by, the more they're just expanding their lead. And then there's Baby Mario in last by a country mile. Then comes Tom. Then it's the battle for Craziest, Dino, Maple, and Detroit, mostly Craziest and Dinosaurus. Because Maple is going to have a tough time catching up, and Detroit is nowhere near even close to Maple. Not too much going on in this race, but these Marios are having a pretty good time just racing through the course. You might as well be traveling for those that are not qualifying. And how things are looking, Steven's lead has been expanding so much more and more. They have navigated the funnels and the loops so well that the others just simply cannot keep up. And how things are looking, Steven will in fact win the qualifier group for Group A, followed by Tom in second, oh that's Baby Mario, followed by Tom Mastercard, our host for this course, in second place, Craziest Cat's Eye in third, followed by Dinosaurus in fourth. Where's Maple? There's Maple right there. As you see, the top 4 has been maintained for mostly throughout this entire qualifiers group. No changes were made. The moment you started in the top 4, no momentum was lost. Which means Baby Mario, Detroit, and Maple will have to take part in the beating grid. For this group, Group B, we have Cube, Tommy, Ranger, A.M., Kenchi, Kindle, and Madman. Speaking of which, Madman did lose their overall lead to Craziest after race 4, so let's see how they can do their best to try to take it back from them. As we start things off, our first four for this one are Rager in first, Pingo currently in second, then is AMM, and then Tommy to round out the top four to start things off. And if we're looking at this course, for those that are starting in the back, they're going to have a pretty tough time catching up as Madman overtakes Cube for sixth. Looking to be the start of a comeback for that marble. They're so close to Kimchi, but Kimchi will hold on to fifth for now. A pretty tight battle so far compared to the first group, where Baby Mario had pretty much no chance at all after the first lap. Anyways, starting the second lap, our former champion Rager, followed by AMM, Pingo, who had a pretty good showing last week and just didn't really close out, and then Tommy, our rookie, out of this group. A notable pattern that could happen for the next few groups is that once you start in the lead, no one's going to come close to losing it. In fact, you just expand on it, which is what Rager is doing. And they get past Pingo for the second spot. Tommy still in fourth. Let's get a close battle between Madman and Kimchi, looking to catch up to Tommy, the rookie. And Q, who would stay could have DNF for a moment. They didn't. They got the momentum back. Good for that marble. So as for how things are looking, Rager is in first. Ooh, some marbles wobbling for a second. As Rager's still in the lead, that funnel it really makes or breaks your race or your chance on qualifying. The speed is not Icy Mountain. But anywho, Rager is still in the lead. They have been expanding it pretty well. The second qualified group, both leaders have been expanding their lead. Well, except this one's not going to be as tough, considering that second place, which is AMM, they're catching up to Rager pretty well compared to the last time, which was in fact craziest for Tom. And in that fact, that was in second place. As for now, it's been the same top four, just like the first group. And unlike Baby Mario, Cube is actually does not have a chance of getting lapped, that is. As we start the penultimate lap for this group, Rager up by a gap, followed by AMM in second, then our Penguin in third, the rookie Tommy in fourth. A pretty tight battle between these marbles, well, for some of them marbles that is. AM and Pingo try to overtake and catch up, but Pingo is still in third, and Rager holds on to their lead. A tight battle between AM and Rager. AM makes it overtake, no they cannot. They try something, but it just goes in Rager's favor. And Kimchi, they have noticeably overtaken Tommy. A key change for that marble. Not looking too good for the rookie. They're gonna have one more lap to use something. As for Madman and Cube, they have been pretty much a non-factor, just like Detroit and Baby Mario in the other group. Unfortunate for those marbles indeed. Cube is looking to redeem himself after a rather rough first season, and Madman, who is coming off a pretty good season and is currently in the podium overall, they're not doing too hot in this qualifier group. As we start the final lap, Rager in the lead. AM so close to overtake, but they don't do it yet as Rager is still holding on to the lead. And if how things are looking, they will most likely win their group, followed by AM, who will also advance, followed by Pingo in third. It's mainly the battle between Kimchi and Tommy, and if how things are looking, it will be Kimchi, unless Tommy can make a huge move to overtake them for the fourth spot. Along comes Madman. And with how things are looking, it will not be Tommy that advances as Pingo takes third. Kimchi takes the last spot for advancement, leaving Tommy, Madman, and Q to be eliminated along the way. It's not what Madman won, given that they were pretty close to the craziest in the overall standings. For Group C, we have Pesky, Alex, Ice, Oblivion, Angus, Seahawk, and Dolphin. For a bit of a slow start for these marbles, we're going to need some help, and yes we do. And we're now rolling. A bit of a trouble for those athletes, and whoever started off in first, they had a bit of an advantage, or not exactly, as Ice Elementals, they're looking out to start off in the lead for now. But then it will be most likely Dolphin, no it's Seahawks in first, then it's Dolphin, Alex in third, Ice takes the fourth spot for now, after his first lap. It's going to be a pretty tight battle between these marbles, who Ice, they get back the third spot over Alex, who is in a tight battle with Angus and Oblivion. and Pesky, who is there at last. Very Thunderbolts this moment. As we start the second lap, we have Seahawks in the lead. Another Thunderbolt fan. As we kick things off, lap 2, Seahawks in the lead. Dolphins looking to give Seahawks a pretty good challenge. Will they overtake them for the first spot? They in fact will not. As Seahawks holds their lead, Dolphins still in pretty good range. Ice looking to make something known after their first 4 races. And it's another rookie here, Alex, they're in 4th. And Angus, who is coming off a pretty interesting season in the first season of Showdown, Throwdown. Then comes Oblivion and Pesky, who is pretty much in last by a mile. And as we end the second lap, followed by Angus, we're gonna have a pretty good battle between 2nd through 4th. Considering that Seahawk, who is in the lead, they're not looking to give this one up. Enter lap 3. Seahawks pretty much having a good time toying with their competition, and they're still expanding their lead as I say this. Go through the loop-de-loop, and then to the second funnel, with Dolphin and Seahawks, a challenge between those two, a pretty good battle. The Seahawks holds on to their lead for now. Oh, Alex trying to take the 3rd spot back from Ice. And Ice pulls on to 3rd for now. But Alex has to worry about Oblivion, Pesky, and Angus giving them a pretty good challenge. How things are looking, most of the top 4 has remained the same. A noticeable pattern for the group. We start off the penultimate lap. Seahawks still has that gap, and Dolphin has a gap of their own as well. Well ahead of Ice, who's in 3rd. It has to deal with Alex, who's in 4th. Pretty much has a gap over Oblivion, Angus, and there's Pesky. Anyway, Seahawks are pretty much like Steven, is pretty much expanding their lead, and they're doing a pretty good job at it too. Just keeping things simple, not making too many flashy moves, and it's getting them a pretty much most likely comfortable group win here, as they are most likely to advance to the A-League race, barring any DNF issues. The top 4 and bottom 3 are taking their time pretty well. Pesky looking to catch up to 6th place. Try and get something on the board. You gotta at least leave here something if you're gonna not make it to the A race. As we're kicking things off for the final lap, with Seahawks in the lead, Ice in 3rd, Dolphin in 2nd, Alex in 4th, and with how things are looking, it will most likely be low score marbles that move on to the A race, considering that Oblivion, Angus, and Pesky have pretty much no chance to catch up, unless Ice or Alex struggle in this final lap. How things are looking, Seahawks will win the group, followed by Dolphin in 2nd place. Alex overtakes Ice for 3rd, whereas Ice, they are in 4th. There's the struggle I mentioned, but it's not going to be too much to worry about for Ice. As Angus, they're making a challenge actually for the 4th spot. But with how things are looking, it will most likely be all for naught, as Angus will not catch up. Alex takes the 3rd spot, Dolphin in 2nd, then it's Ice Elemental in 4th, followed by Angus, who is out alongside Pesky and Oblivion. Then for the final group, we have Derpster, Pink Cobalt, Kai, PC Orphan, Hazel, Ramen, and Rookie Lily. To kick things off for this group, through the not so IT funnel, but IT funnel at the same time. Loop-de-loop. Oh, Marlboro's fell off the course. Was that Pink Cobalt? In fact, it might have been. And just like that, Liz is out of the race. It will be a 6-mumble battle between these athletes. That's just really right there. They're taking their pretty much slow time, and how things are looking, they're gonna have to do a lot if they want to catch up. Ikai in the lead, Hazel in 2nd, followed by TC Orphan in 3rd, then Derpster in 4th. Speaking of Derpster, they're looking to make their first ever A race appearance. The 4 races they have partaken in, they have 0 A race experience. All of them have been in the B League so far. Let's see if that changes. But for now, Ikai is in the lead, followed by Hazel in 2nd. PC Orphan make a challenge in 3rd. Dirkster, another rookie, and fourth. Forgot to mention that at the start. And TC Orphan, they overtake for second place. Hazel trying to take it back from TC Orphan. And Dirkster, the rookie, they have a pretty comfortable lead over fifth place, which is Lily. They flew over to the Ramen for the fifth spot. As you see, somehow we're manifesting these courses, these parts of the course, my bad, better than others. You got to do what you have to do one at a time to pretty much just don't make any mistakes. How these are looking, Kai is in the lead. TC Orphan tied out for first with those two athletes. Hazel has a gap over Durson, who has a gap over Lily, who has a gap over Ramen, who has an infinite gap over Cream Cobalt. And then after lap 3, Kai expand their lead. It's like two of the racers here. The TC Orphan is trying to make a challenge. We have not seen a overtake change for the first spot. It's been pretty much overtake everywhere else except for the first place battle. And how things are looking, they said they can continue this momentum and they will make their first 8 lead race. But for now, Kai holds on to that lead. Hazel in third, TC Orphan in second, Thursday in fourth. Then Lily so close to the fourth spot. But for now, they will hold on into fifth. And in this 6-smaller battle, it's very unfortunate for Liz. It was so excited to at least get something going at Tom Highway, but they too much momentum into that loop has caused them to just now be a spectator, and they will automatically partake in the beat race. But for now, Kai in the lead. TC Orphan trying to make a challenge for second place. And how things are looking, it's pretty much those two marbles. They have played on to their top spots for the entire time. The first lap did start off as Hazel in second, but now, ever since then, it's been the same top 4. But what could have been has not used too much momentum. But for now, Lily is trying to catch up to Durster and take their spot. But Durster is trying to not let that happen. And for now, they're not letting it happen. They're doing pretty good at holding on to that 4th spot. They want to make their first A-League race, or do they not? Whatever they could be doing is what they do. But for now, we head on to the final lap, where Kai has a pretty sizable lead over TC Orphan, who has a gap over Hazel, who has a gap over Durster, who has a gap over Lily, who has an even bigger gap over Ronda Tyler, who is ahead of Liz by pretty much until the end of this race. And how things are looking, Kai will in fact win the group. The battle for second place, not close at all. TC Orphan takes that. Hazel will in fact be in third. And how things are looking, unless Lily makes a change, Durson will compete in their first ever 80 race after 5 races. So after 5 qualified sessions. Lily trying to make a challenge, but it's not close at all. Hazel finishes in third. And for the first time in Showdown Throwdown for this season, Durster will in fact partake in a league race, leaving Lily, Ramen, and Pink Cobalt to be eliminated. There, as you can see, we have our group set for the B8 race and A race. Durster looking to show something in their first ever A race. See you next time for where we'll have a phenomenal showing at Tom Highway.